In this video, I'm going to talk about Avery Ranch real estate market statistics and the housing market in general for the first few months of 2021. I'm Joyce Peterson, broker and owner of Kopa Real Estate right here in Avery Ranch. We've been Avery Ranch homeowners since 2007 and have sold over 200 homes right here in the Avery Ranch area. Let's talk about what we saw in 2020. But first off, let's remember a couple of things about real estate statistics. When we're talking about the stats, we're always talking about what happened in the year before. And there are some very, very unusual things that happened, of course, in 2020 for everybody, but especially also the housing market. So let's remember when we're talking about it, it's a historical perspective, but we really want to talk about where the market is going to be because after all, if you're watching this, you're probably planning on making some kind of a move in 2021. So let's look at the stats. What we had, the number of sales that sold was the same as 2019. But of course, that seems like fewer and fewer homes because there are a lot more homes that have been built now in 2020 compared to 2019. But when we look at this, the average sales price only up 2.9% and the median sales price only up 1.3%. And you might be saying, well, that doesn't seem like what we felt like in the market overall, and you'd be right. So let's talk about a couple of these things. What we saw is many of the larger homes, 4,000 square feet, for example, they have decided to hold off on selling because they weren't sure about where they were going to move to, whether they were downsizing or maybe relocating. And so they held off. What we did see in the market is more and more of the smaller homes and even condominiums that sold in 2020. So what's that going to do to the statistics? Well, that's going to make those average prices and the median prices not show as much appreciation as we're really seeing in the market. If you want to see what's actually happening though, take a look at the average dollars per square foot for the homes that were under contract at the end of 2021 was $204 a square foot compared to $188 for the entire year of 2020. So that's a huge bump in what we are going to be seeing. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us a couple of things. First off, it tells us that prices are going to be going up. So if you're somebody that we've talked to perhaps in last June, July, even October, November, we're going to see prices in January and February, what we're recommending for all of our listings, they're going to be going up probably 5 or 10% from when we last talked to those people. And this is going to be really alarming for buyers who are out there. It's going to paralyze a lot of buyers because they're going to be looking at this and going, oh my gosh, I could have bought that same house in August or September for 5 or 10% less than what's going to be on the market in January and February. And that's just going to be where the market is. So you really have to be looking at these statistics and the market indicators of where we're seeing the market going, right? And so same thing is if you're planning on selling your home, you have to be super careful not to be just talking to a realtor who's going to be pulling up comps of homes that went under contract in June and maybe sold in August or September, because the market is totally different. We've just seen a really big shift in the market in November and December and going into the beginning of 2021. It's important for you to reach out and talk to us whenever you're planning on making a move so we can really talk about what we're seeing with our boots on the ground out here in Avery Ranch. If you look at the lowest priced home and the smallest square foot home, these were both the condominiums in the Commons area back behind the McDonald's off of Avery Ranch Boulevard. And the lowest price per square foot was a huge home on a tiny lot over in the Enclave Garden Home section. We consider the Heritage Oaks area as part of Avery Ranch because buyers that are coming and talking to us consider it part of Avery Ranch. So for the purpose of the statistics, when we look at the highest priced home, it was sold at 1.15 on the resale market in Heritage Oaks. This was a huge house, 5,200 square feet with a pool. And also the home that sold at the highest dollars per square foot was sold over in Heritage Oaks as well, right? So that's important information to look at. The first resale home in Avery Ranch sold for over $1 million a year is what we saw in 2020. So that was a pretty significant statistic. We know that we've got a couple other listings that are going to come on and they may be in that a little bit over $1 million price range as well. So that may just be a sign of things to come. Hey, if you're planning on making a move anywhere in the Avery Ranch area or nearby, give us a call. Call me directly at 512-791-7473 or reach out to me at eric@koparealestate.com. Thanks for watching and take care.